Check. Set a live on Wednesday. Check, always on time, always on time.
What's what's good? What's good?
It's good. Bluetooth thing, Bluetooth.
Say it again.
Bluetooth and what, man? God damn.
Oh,
It's always something, man. Can never get a smooth Wednesday.
I was like,
So,
I hear you.
we'll regroup.
Share this with a couple people. If anybody's joining, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you joining, taking the time.
Try one more again. Okay, no action. One more maneuver.
Let's see who we got in here. We got Tanya in here as always. Thank you, thank you.
Tiny forever on time. Appreciate that.
Shay Sweet Things, thank you.
Mm.
A little early vibes, man. It's cold. It's cold outside. You
Bruh,
feel it?
I'm looking. I'm all through the big box in the back of the back. I'm like, is this where with the feathers in it? This is where it's at? Yeah, man. Get the feathers out. It's getting cold quick, a lot quicker than I want to. I'm a fall guy though. What's your favorite season, man?
Spring.
Spring.
I'm a definitely a spring dude. I can throw the light jacket on, probably a good fit with a sweater. You know what I mean? I can still go outside and not worry about it being too crazy. I like spring.
Yeah, see, I'm more of a fall guy. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like for the same exact reason you just said spring. I rather the option of it possibly getting cold tonight versus you know what I mean.
Mhm.
I gotta take the sweater off at around 7:30 at night in the springtime. Might be fake hot already.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I don't know. I guess mentally knowing that it's fall, I know it's only gonna get worse. So
Well, I'm cool until niggas need shovels. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I'm all for it. I grab some boots. You know what I'm saying? If the weather drop below 30, I don't want no snow. But if it is cold, I have the boots. But as soon as I gotta, where would leave that shovel, man? I can't move the car. Like you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I'm good on it. So good on it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tanya
94.
brag different.
Yeah. You see the 90s, right? I hope she was talking about her favorite game hip hop, but I'm pretty sure she's not. With the degrees
Nah.
on that marker.
Yep.
Um, yeah,
She
must
made
be
sure
nice.
she included that just so we don't mix it up.
Yeah. Must be
Yeah.
nice. Must be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Not having no winters though all year long. I don't know if I could deal with that. I'm not ready for that
I am. Like
yet.
I could so go for no lower than 70. I can do
Yeah,
that.
you ready? You think you can
Yeah.
do like just no more, no more like Avorexes? No, you said
None.
I never. You said I only wore them once in a while anyway. It's
That's it.
like,
That's it. Like
yeah,
I've done my bid, man. You know what I'm
did your time.
saying? Yeah, and these new kids are divas anyway. They don't even want to really put on coats. They don't even want to put on real shoes. They out here in Crocs and shit. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I was yelling at my daughter today. I was like, "You wearing those again?" It's like, "Dad, at school." I'm like, "Exactly. You got sneakers.
yeah,
Wear sneakers." They're like, "No, we don't do sneakers. Everybody
yeah.
wears slips like slides and Crocs. It's nasty." I'm like, "What if somebody get in a fight? Your ankle's not ready. Like they don't care.
Yo, you
They don't
gotta
care."
take off real quick, man. It's a wrap, man. All your little what is it? All your little charms gonna pop out of your Crocs, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. Expensive. It's just like $8 a clip. It's like, I'm gonna be more upset. Like you outran your widgets. Like you know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be more
yep. Hell yeah. Oh my god. All right, so we got a couple people in here. Audrey, what's good with you? Who else we got in here? We got Lisi. What's going on? Mr. Michael Allen, man. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Um, so listen, man. It's about to be the end of September. it feels like it just started and literally we're about to enter into October. Audrey said Crocs all day.
And I don't even own a pair of Crocs, but I ain't even gonna go back over there.
Yeah, don't do it, man. I can't lose you, man. I'm losing everybody else.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough.
We're gonna be slides for life, man. Slides for
Man,
life.
it's easy, man. Sport mode involved, like it's easy money.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So appreciate y'all joining, man. You know what I'm saying? I am Senor Lee, and that is my man Cat Nick. You know what I mean? Every Wednesday we are here. Thank everybody who attended last week's live stream. Appreciate y'all from the bottom of our hearts. It was definitely one of those sessions that will stick in FCP memory forever. We had Emerita Verdejo, who is a licensed psychotherapist, share some gems, share some information on suicide prevention awareness. If you do not know, September is National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And we really, really appreciate her taking the time to join us, man. If you have not checked it out, go to our YouTube page after this. Don't leave. After this, make sure you go check it out. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave, man.
Absolutely. Had to get the professionals out the way. Had to get that out the way. You know what I mean? All the
You know what I'm saying? Had to take care of our sponsors. You know what I mean?
They hit the red one more time, man. That might be it. Gotta keep them in the black.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. So a quick story, man. So we were hanging out, and my son, like as he gets older, it's always interesting to see certain things that he's ready for and certain things he's not ready for. And over this past weekend, I learned my son is not ready for hide and seek. You know what I mean? So it's just us three in the crib, you know what I'm saying, just fucking around, you know what I'm saying. We had nothing to do. So we were like, let's play hide and seek. So mind you, he's looking for us, and I'm in the bathroom. The door is locked. This dude went into Super Saiyan mode, tried to break down the door to try and be like, yo, I found you. I'm like, yo, bro, game over. Time out. Like, he took it a little too serious. Yeah, he took it a little too seriously. He was ready to knock the lock off the hedges, man. But yeah, man, I might have to put him in some real like combat sports.
I like to step up as counsel for Sir Darius if it's possible. If you're gonna play the game of hide and seek, you're not allowed to be within a locked door situation. That's definitely somewhere in the bylaws. I don't have the book in front of me, but you can't be hiding. You can't be hiding in locked areas, man. I ain't got the key to it. I might have to break it down in order to you know what I mean, in order to get this game executed. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he felt he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun though, man. It was fun. Yeah, man. And then also, so y'all know Iron Horse Chronicles. If you're not from NY, that's what we call our New York public transportation train station system, right? Yeah. So I'm back on the Iron Horse, man. For all y'all who didn't hear my last story, I got an uninvited lap dance. I didn't want it, y'all. I swear to y'all, I did not want it. All right. So this time around, I'm back in that single chair. And anybody who rides New York Transit knows that on the train, there's this single chair that if you get it, you're lucky. So you ain't got to pay who got the tougher shoulder game. You ain't got guys squeezed in. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't wrinkling your shirt before you get to work. Right. So depending on how you sit in this seat, y'all, you can leave a little space at the edge. And that's what happened last time where the lady put her toe up on that edge and started doing all that shit with her leg. This time around, bro, I am so glad that I looked up and to my right in time because I had scooted all the way to the left just to put something in that space. And before I could put it in the space, this grown black man was attempting to sit in that little space. I turned around and I said, hey. I was like, hey, yo. Chill. Dude, you have no. I looked at him. I watched him walk all the way to his seat. Like, what is wrong with you, sir? We don't do that.
This is a 1.5 seat at best. This is not a 2-seater. This is not a 2-seater.
Thank you. See, Audrey knows what I'm talking about, man. These people disrespectful, man.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, How do you feel about when it's you blank spot and then somebody else? If it's that one seat in the middle, like same rules apply, or just keep it moving?
It's Game of Thrones, bro. It's Game of
Mm.
Shoulders. I should say it's Game of Shoulders.
Mhm.
Game of Shoulders and thighs. Listen, if I feel like I stand a chance, I'm confident. You know, I'll sit there, like I'll give you some room, but I'm confident that I can hold my ground.
Okay.
Now, the Lord made all of us different, and I love all of us for that. There are
Mhm.
some people who I know I'm gonna lose, so I got two choices. Either I'm just going I'm just gonna be their bitch for however long the ride is until I get to my spot, or I'm gonna get up and gracefully bow out and give them the seat. Like you got choices, you got options.
You got options. You always got options. You always got options.
Mhm.
I had an unfortunate little story on my side of the bridge over in Staten Island. To get to Manhattan, a lot of you may not know because no one likes to go to Staten Island to get to Manhattan anyway. But there's this old thing called the ferry. It's still free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They no longer take cars, but it is still a free way to get to Manhattan if you want to Staten Island side. So I take the ferry maybe once a year, but I was on last weekend. My 17-minute wait did not like it was not what I thought it would be. Like what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just missed the boat. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Then I see a grown black man, regular dude, nice business power suit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was looking at it like, yeah, that's like the darkest navy in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? He's standing there, got an umbrella. It was about to rain. Yo, he just threw his whole thumb in his mouth, bro. Threw me all the way off.
What?
I was like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like he seems fine. Like, he seemed totally fine on the outside, but as soon as the thumb went in the mouth, I started judging his whole life. Like I was just like I was like nah. Like something went like his mom's had to leave him early and something happened. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I took it there mentally. I wasn't ready for that. Like I was just jocking his suit. I was like, I wonder if that was tailored. Like, did he pick that up on a rack like that? And, you know what I mean? I was really just like checking him out on a humble brag type shit. Then he threw his thumb in his mouth, and I said, I can't believe I like the suit of a thumb sucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was upset. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first 5 minutes. I let that go. Off to the left, I see a tweaker tweaking, yelling obscenities, talking out to the air. No, not talking to anyone directly, just talking to talk. I let the first tweaker go by. A
mm,
second tweaker comes by 6 minutes later, starts shouting in the same direction of the first tweaker, but they're not talking to each other. So now we have two loud tweakers having a loud conversation, pulling up on people, having this real loud conversation about nothing. People just
mm.
slightly backing up, moving. I'm like, this is why I don't take the fucking ferry. Like, I'm just like, it's crazy. It's all day long. But I'm like, living in New York City, you're gonna see a tweaker every so often. My question to you is though, if you had the choice, would you rather see a late PM tweaker or an early AM tweaker? Because I was not ready for the early AM, like 8:30 AM boat tweaker at all.
I'm gonna go with the early AM tweaker
Hmm.
because more than likely, at least they just, hopefully just had a nap. And really they're about to just start their day. So they ain't really got too much energy, too much strength to do nothing too crazy. That
Okay.
late night tweaker, man, you don't know if he ain't have a meal all day. You don't know if somebody didn't want to give him some change or they gave him 10 cents and he was like, what the hell I'm supposed to get? You don't know what that tweaker got going on. I
That's a
don't want
fact.
no parts. No
That's a
parts.
fact. That's a fact. All right, all right. You know what? Like I was thinking the other way around. Like I was leaning more towards. I'd rather see a late night tweaker because this is more your field, like a vampire. Like you know what I'm saying? We only should be seeing you when the sun's down, type shit. You know what I mean? Like very zombie like. You know what? Hey, that's your block. Stay on it. You know what I'm saying? But when I see you in an AM and it's coffee time and shit,
Mhm.
I don't want you mixed up with my latte, bro. Like it's just not a good. It's not a good time right now, bro. You know I got change. You holding my door at Starbucks. You know I got change. I just don't have it today. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but oh man, it's tweakers, man. Just try to avoid them if you could, bro. But stay off the ferry as well, unless
Yeah,
it's free transfer.
yeah, man.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I got one more question for you. But for like, hey, not to call our age, but we close to the 4 decades, whatever. No, well, rumor has it, right? We was able to get phones back in high school. You know what I mean? 16 when they first started hitting the scene, the I-95s and Nokias. And for some reason back then, every 2, 3 years, we copped a new phone. Like, yo, it's automatic. Boom, 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 boom. I say right around the early 30s, late 20s. I was like, this phone is still good. I don't need the new model because they updated the new model. And as you got older, you was able to just let a couple of models go by. And now I got to a point in my life where it's like, yeah, there's really nothing wrong with this phone. I don't really need a new one. But now whenever you do get a new phone, it's because this one is no longer functioning. Like the glass is cracked, something has gone beyond. You no longer have insurance on it. That's when you're moving on to the next one. So fortunately, I was able to get a new phone over the weekend. It works. That's all I wanted. But there's some new interfaces and apps and shit that I wasn't ready for. Like, and I'm looking at it like, yo, I'm averaging a new phone every 7 years now.
Hmm.
I think how many more new phones you think you got in you, or you just gotta just settle with where you at? Like,
I'll- because I love technology so much, I think I'll keep up as long as possible. I think until my like vision, what I mean, God forbid, starts to fade a bit, and I'm that parent that's like, yo, Darius, what that say? You know what I mean? Like until I get there, I think I'm cool.
okay,
But I feel you, man. Like, listen, phone crack, can only talk to people through speakerphone. You know what I mean? Every other letter's messed up because I can only see about 4 letters on my screen. Like, yeah,
right.
man. You saw my last phone, bro. That light beam, like I was, that
Yeah,
light beam
like
was
like
serious.
your like your light beam was vertical. I had the horizontal joint. Yeah, everything from like the last 75% down would get this green flash on it. Anytime I was mid GPS and it just glitched out on me. I had to pull over and wait.
Oh yeah, that's
I was
that's
like,
that's when it get real.
I gotta get in the phone. I don't know I don't know enough of where I'm at to know where I'm at, so I gotta wait until my
No,
phone
I
gets
agree
back.
with you.
Uh,
I agree
glitch,
with you.
glitch, glitch, right.
At some point, man, you just got to say to yourself, "Yeah, I'm a grown person. I pay my taxes. I should have a phone that works."
Facts, facts.
That's it. That's
That's it,
it.
man.
All right, man. I see Keith joined us, man. What up, Keith, man? Thank you for tuning in. So listen, a lot going on, man, in our government, man. There's a pending shutdown. We're not too deep in politics, so we won't go into it too much. But one thing in my field that I'm concerned about is the Medicaid redeterminations. And what's happening with that is during the pandemic, they were allowing people to auto renew their Medicaid status. So they didn't have to go through all the paperwork, finding a plan, all that good stuff. Now, after the pandemic ended this past May, they have to now recertify or renew their Medicaid plans. But now, if there's a government shutdown, that's going to slow down a lot of the paperwork, as well as SSI benefits. I mean, you name it. So I am very, very concerned. I hope everybody's paying attention to the news. If you have anybody that could potentially be impacted by this, man, keep them in the know. Make sure they're good and just check on them,
Um, I don't know what the 6 billion to Ukraine got to do with it, but I got a feeling it got something to do with it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But we'll see. We'll see.
man.
We'll see how it unfolds. We'll see how it unfolds.
Listen, man, I got to feel it, man. We're going to try and do the re up in like 2050, and Homeboy just going to be like, I ain't got it.
I know. But I left that in my other trousers. Like what?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So take us into the sports corner, man. There's a lot going on. New York sports is in trouble, brother. Talk
New
to me.
York sports is in light trouble. I won't say trouble, but the trouble it does exist. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hit the panic button yet, but we do want to make sure it's an accessible reach. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but hey man, I need to know who's missing Aaron Rodgers more, man. The Jets fans or Zach Wilson, bro, because like he needs it. He needs him bad, man. I got a couple of in-laws on suicide watch. But yeah, man, it's bad out there, man. For fans, it sucks. They had a lot coming into the season. Unfortunately, 4 plays in, it didn't work out. But have you seen any Jets games since Aaron left?
I think Zach will just to answer your question. I think Zach Wilson is missing Aaron Rodgers more than Jets fans, man. Because right now they are slow cooking him. I'm talking about oxtail in the pressure cooker. Like it's not fair what's happening to him right now. But I feel bad. I don't feel bad for him. This is what you sign up for. This is what they pay you for. You got to go out there and you got to perform. And right now, I think he's missing Aaron Rodgers more than anything. But yes, I have been watching it because they have a really good defense. They have everything else except the quarterback, and that's what they thought they got. They just signed Trevor Simeon, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, man, Jets. I don't know, man. So what do you think about Colin Kaepernick's letter to the Jets?
You know what's funny? The first time I read it, I said, "Oh, this is beautifully written." You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't press any buttons. He played the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? But then, like after I let it sit for like a day, I was like, at some point, you got to notice when you're the only one in the DMs. Like if it's just you hitting you up and you following up on that, hey, did you see me yesterday? Hey, I see you read it. Not even gonna reply back. At some point, you got to give up on Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this one's not for you. And the NFL might be that Shorty for him because no one's answering none of these DMs. He said, yo, man, I don't even want to play. Let me just play with the practice squad. And nobody said, cool. Nobody even said cool to that. Like, I don't know what to tell him, but hey, man, XFL and The Rock, they waiting on you, kid. Like, I don't know if another NFL is the pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? As far as football, American football is concerned. But you got to go to other places, man. You're working out 3 hours a day still. You got to go show this talent off somewhere, bro. What you think? What's your other letter?
Oh man, I agree with you. I think it's time to just let it go. They've clearly lost interest, and he needs to take his talents elsewhere, man. So just moving over to the Giants, man. I don't even think there's much to say there. This is looking like a throwaway season for them unless something magical happens
Oh,
in the
come
next couple
on,
of games.
Light trouble. You turn light trouble up. You think it's a throwaway already?
But so here's the thing, right? I would have hope if at least our defense was looking like it's going to hold the foot down. Both sides of the ball look shaky. We are not going far on the back of Daniel Jones. This is looking like this is looking like a throwaway season. Let's see if we can get Caleb next year. Or I don't know, some defensive end coming out. I don't know, man. It might just be time. It might just be time.
Break it up. Break the band up.
Yeah, man.
How happy you think Giants front offices they ain't giving Saquon that money?
Oh man, and I forgot who put it up, man. They said that's why running backs ain't getting paid that much no more, man. The durability is just not there. It's not there, man. Yeah, man.
Sad shit. Keeping it football though, man. Colorado had a rough, and when I say rough, they had a rough defensive week on at the NCAA and the NFL level. But I'm gonna keep it college for a sec. Coach Prime, man, the hate's real, man. Talk to me, man. The hate's real out there.
Yeah. When you when you are about something and you're a motivational person, you've got the eyes and the ears of everyone. People are naturally waiting for your downfall. And Deion Sanders is a confident, accomplished black man. That is the most dangerous person in the world. Yes, we are talking about Dame tonight. We are getting there, Tanya. Trust me. That we're gonna cap it off with Dame. But getting back to Deion real quick, I just feel like this comes with the territory. I think he's handled all the hate pre-game with grace, post-game with grace. Let's not forget Bo Nix is an older quarterback. Not to take anything away from Oregon's performance, but let's be clear here. Nobody said that Colorado was going undefeated. Nobody said Colorado was going to whoop everybody's ass. We just said that Deion was going to be the game changer. And I love the way Ramel put it. He calls Deion the disruptor. He has changed the face of college football.
Absolutely. There's more money involved going to Colorado now because of his influence alone. I just like I know he's going to stand tall because that's just seems to be the guy he is in perception. But this week has to be one of the toughest bounce back games in life he's ever had to go against. You know what I'm saying? One, because he can't put on pads himself, and two, it's just it's USC, man. It's Caleb and them boys, and them boys don't play neither over there. So hey, he has a game. I think they're back home though, so we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, man.
But
all right.
Keeping the Denver defense on the NFL front, they got served a 70-point burger by Miami, unfortunately. I just got one quick question for you. NFL defensive coordinating, and the opposition puts 70 on you on a Sunday. Like, what are you doing Monday morning? Like, are you showing up to work?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Because it was the Miami Dolphins. That team is primed
Money.
to put up 70 on anybody,
Dang.
anytime. And they did it without Jalen Waddle, which just makes it even more impressive. But I think Tua, he heard everybody. He heard everybody over the offseason talk about what he's not going to be able to do, how they're not going to make it to a Super Bowl. I think he heard everybody. And
Mhm.
he's coming with a purpose. Tyreek is Tyreek Hill. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And they got a hell of a running back core. Like those guys were all starters at some point. So if anybody's sleeping on my and then Mike McDaniel, he's just having fun. He reminds me of Sean McVay a couple years ago when he first came in. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I'm not I feel for the defensive coordinator over there, but hang in there, buddy. It's one of those games where you just you know what? When he showed up to the game, he was hyped. He was like, "We're gonna shut him down. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it." And when it went all the way left, it was like, "Oh, they still scoring."
Yeah, they had 70 with like 8 minutes left in the fourth. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
I think it definitely broke the record, but I'm happy they just kind of fell back. Nasty times. Nasty times. But yeah, man, shifting over to the NBA, man. The news broke earlier today, man. Dame Lillard, man, he's going to Milwaukee, man. Talk to me. You're the NBA analysis for FCP. Talk to me, man.
Oh man. Listen, Damian Lillard, first of all, and I'm gonna find the footage of us talking earlier. Dame was loyal to a fault. We talked about this, and I think it was just time. Him, the Trailblazers were not putting a team really behind him that suits his game. They kept giving him a duo, but not a team. And so now he's looking for a good team to play on. He just wants a chip. I think Dame just wants a chip, and then he wants to be out of here. Like his rap videos are doing better than the Trailblazers right now. Like that's how crazy it is, right? But I don't think he stays long.
Let's get an
Um, you know what I mean? I really don't think. What's up? I don't think he stays long. I think he still wants to go to Miami, but if he stays in Milwaukee, I don't know how much bench they got left. They got rid of Grayson Allen. They got rid of, you know what I mean? Drew Holiday's gone. Um, I think they still kept Brooke Lopez, Bobby Portis, so they've got some other younger guys, but people you got to remember, even when they bring over these superstars, they need a bench, they need shooting, defense.
ain't
So
just ain't
it's
it ain't a
gonna
one
be
person team.
yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they put that together. But I am hoping that he moves on because I don't like him with Giannis. I want him in Miami.
Like I feel bad for Drew. Drew, like
Wow.
soon as yeah, he just quit yesterday. He just told niggas yesterday, yo, man, I want to retire, Buck, man. It's, you know what I mean? I think I can really, I can really throw my jersey in the rafter when it's all said and done over here. It's like, yeah, we know. Ship him out. Like, they shipped him out in 24 hours, bro. But outside of that, yeah, I got to see him on the court. I'm still getting used to the whole like green jersey with Dame right now. So I did see somebody called it a freak town already. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm not sure I'm ready for that. But let's see how it goes, man. But Jimmy Butler, man, he was on a gram early on. So hey, man, I think them boys out in Milwaukee did some tampering, man. If it turns out they did, like, is this dry snitching? What is this?
You can't talk shit when you was wearing fake dreadlocks. I'm sorry. Like,
Right.
like I'm sorry.
Points for
Like,
me. Points for me. Points for me. Points
when
for
you
me.
show up to off season with 3 inches more of hair out of nowhere, you can't say nothing to nobody. They just go put up a picture of him with his locks and be like, "Get out of here, diva!" Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy, yeah, man, it's alright. Jimmy will be fine. He'll be all right.
He still got Tyler here. I think he would have lost Tyler in the trade anyway. So he worked
Oh
out.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
It worked out. It worked out.
So let's see. We got some new people joining us. What's up, D? Maddie in the building. What's going on, Maddie? How you feeling?
6 foot. You know the vibes.
Hey, only way to live, baby. Only way to live. um, so I don't know if any of y'all are a big fan. Drew may go to Miami. That's actually a good fit for Drew. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
I
He's
like
he's
that.
gritty. He's got good defense. That might actually be a better addition, and he's more durable than Dame
Yeah,
Lillard.
yeah.
So look at Tanya. Tanya got some GM skills over there.
I mean, let's see. Let's see.
Okay. um, yeah. So if anybody was a big fan of 8 Mile, I know I was. 8 Mile, the movie featuring Eminem. There was a actor in there, Nashawn Breedlove. He actually played Lotto. If you remember the last battle scene, Eminem's battling him, he's got braids, and he has the infamous line where he's talking about, I had to kill the guy that looked like a homeboy from Leave It to Beaver." Like that line was fucking classic. He actually passed away the other day. He was like in his 40s, man. They didn't really go into detail about how he passed, but it's always sad when you see someone go at such a young age. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to acknowledge him real quick because he was an intricate part of 8 Mile. If you haven't seen 8 Mile, you should go check it out. One of the best rap movies ever made.
Yeah, it's up there. Definitely up there. Trying to think of another good rap movie. Does Juice count if there was no actual verses?
No, just don't.
Come on, it was hip hop, baby. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I was GQ once upon a time. I was tagging up in books, but over to some more serious light trouble, unfortunately. Over out in Texas, a 17-year-old black student by the name of Darrell George. His high school out in Texas suspended him because of his hairstyle. He has dreadlocks, but he, not for nothing. The photos I've seen, every time I seen him, shit was tight, like super well maintained, look crazy. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, they discriminated against it and they suspended him for a couple weeks. Now the family is suing the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, for not enforcing the Crown Act. Granted, it was just kind of established or put into law, but the fact that no one's pushing the envelope and making sure all schools stand 10 toes on that is a problem. What are your thoughts initially when you heard of schools, even with this law in play, discriminating against a kid with a certain hairstyle?
I mean, this ain't the first time, right? Didn't we have the wrestler, the way they
Mm-hmm.
made him cut his dreads off, or he had to forfeit the
They
match? I
told him,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, I really don't get the law. Hopefully, somebody can actually explain to me what's the point behind this. But this is really just, to me, it's pointless. And here we are again, just trying to figure out what's going on in our world, how people are making these random decisions without any real foundation behind it. I'm lost, man.
yeah, it's just another unfortunate way to discriminate at
Yeah.
the end of the day. Because it's weird if a white guy with the same exact hairstyle, does that slide? Does it go? You know what I'm saying? That's what you guys see where whoever is enforcing this really stands on it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But we'll get there whenever we need to get there. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. All right, man. So moving along, man. Really, really, really good news. There's a preliminary deal reached after a 5 month long strike by the writers. So that means that some of our favorite shows should be making a comeback really soon. This
Mhm.
was very tough because when I tell you I had to rewatch so many different things or watch old shows that I've never watched before just to keep myself entertained, man.
And
This is really good news, man. I'm very happy about it.
if you could tell me one show that you missed on this strike, what was it?
I'm gonna say, what's the show on HBO? Rat Chicks, I think it's called.
Mm, damn. Yeah, man. When the writer stopped, everything stopped. I'm curious to know on the turnaround rate though. 'Cause I think they just got, I guess, back active yesterday, as far as like the stroke of midnight, kind of. So I'm curious to know, like, all right, now that everybody's back in the office with a pen in hand, when do we get the actors back in? When do we get when do we get the
Right,
production? You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a process. You know what I'm saying? So now that they're here,
right.
it might be another 3 to 6 months before we can see any actual new material manifest. But we shall see. No pun intended. Manifest is done. I don't think they're coming back anytime soon.
They don't need to, man. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I'm,
I'm over it.
I'm over that shit. And the show is Rap Shit. Actually, it's a spinoff produced by Issa Rae. Dope show. So I'm excited about that show coming back
That's nice. Okay. Yeah, catch them
for
on.
sure, for sure. All right, man. So you all, if you've been watching FCP for so long, you already know I am a big reality show fan. And over last weekend, Love is Blind is back, season 5. First thing I will say is I think they need new hosts. I got nothing against Nick Lachey and his wife, but they need something to spice it up a bit. And then especially when they do the interviews after everything's over and they do the reunion, it's terrible. It's really terrible. They need to have somebody coming in. I put in some of the chats that I think Kiki Palmer should host it. I think she brings some spice to the table. Or even one of the former singles who had a lot of personality. Maybe Bartice should host it. I think Bartice would bring the spice. So, but 5 episodes so far. 5 episodes of the new Love Is Blind season. So far, it's just some funny moments from the singles. One of the dudes goes into the pod, Kenny, and he says, "Pancakes, waffles, French toast. You gotta fuck, kill, marry. Go."
Damn. Pancakes about to, pancakes about to catch a wild stray for no reason. Yeah, pancakes got to get killed. French toast getting married, but waffles might be able to get fucked. Yeah, but pancakes, yeah, they had to die early. That wasn't even much of a contest. That's cold.
I agree.
Cold blooded.
Definitely. But the girl on the other end wasn't feeling it. She was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like first date in the pods, and that's how you open up, man. Like I was like, he definitely gets his pickup lines from Ted Lasso. I don't know if anybody watches that show, but all right. So next up, if you were on a first date and the girl burped, would it be a deal breaker?
I wouldn't call it a deal breaker because I'm up there with I wouldn't really want I don't want one of them salad eating bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay if you know what I mean. If you you know what I mean, you let a little bit out. As long as you was real polite about it immediately right after, it's all good. If you did it in like 10 toes down, they're like, oh, that was light. You should see the next one. Like, you know what? Maybe this isn't it. But if it was a quick, you know, it happens. Hey, it's a gas. It happens. You drink your ginger ale too quick. I'm willing to let it slide for the first interaction. Your face is giving me like, nah, bitch.
if if she just straight up like belch and look me in the eye and be like, "What's your favorite color?" Like I'm walking away, bro. Like that's ridiculous. Like, like my whole thing with that is just this. You got your arm, you got your hand. At least turn this way so the air doesn't. If you just me, that's a problem for me, man. Like, because if anything, that's an indicator that you got other tendencies that might be a little too much for me. I gotta call pineapples on that one, brother.
Yeah. Like if it's a feminine burp, I can probably let it ride. But if it's on the man side of things, no regrets. Yeah, it's not gonna work out. I need a little bit of regret at the first date.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
That's fine.
So listen, there's apparently fish picks are an aphrodisiac. There's one dude on there where he literally says, "Ain't nothing will spice up a social media page more than some fish pics." Now, he said it with a heavy accent, so at first I thought he said dick pics. So I had to do a double take of the screen. I was like, whoa, like you know what I'm saying? Like what's happening over here? But yeah, but he was talking about like a nice little salmon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a grouper. You know, I don't know.
Are we talking about live? You talking about live fish or like dinner plates?
Like fish, like just caught him. Hey, look at me.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right, that's all right. To each his own. I'm more of a, you know what I mean, a little bit of tartar sauce next to my fish. But I'm good. Yeah. I'm good on the whole fishing experience.
Yeah, a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
French fries a must. But fish and chips. Yeah, that whole I remember I went. Mal took me fishing one time. It was right over in the sheep set, little boat tour. I was like, yeah, we got the 6 pack. It was like a cool event. You know what I'm saying? But then it got down to the nitty gritty of you having to put worms on hooks and shit. And I'm not a big bite guy, as you know personally. So after I kind of scraped my cuticle on one of the hooks, trying to hit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm like, I don't even like fish like that. What we gonna do? Like, what? I gotta go back and slice these niggas up? Nah. It's like, nah. I'm gonna get me a fish sandwich and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So I just after my cuticle got cut, I was like, I kind of chilled. I was good. That little that back shake, that back. I did that off the cut. I was good. I was like, yeah, this fishing ain't for me, man.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. All right. How long did it take you to picture your girl naked when you first met her?
I'm not gonna jump out the window and say immediately. That's not the kind of guy that I am. But I'll say 14 days, respectively.
14 days.
Yeah, keep it respectable.
Yeah, I thought that shit before she was even my girl. Like I was in a different place at that time though, man. Like I was just like girls used to walk by. Girls used to walk by. Used to be like, you know what I mean? Like there was a whole situation going on in my head. What's up, Nikki? Thank you for joining.
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I gotta say before she was even my girl, it was just like, yeah. But anyway, that was another life. All right. So last funny moment with the singles. For anybody who's just joining, we're talking about the first 5 episodes of Love Is Blind. Just talking about some quick funny moments from the singles exchange in the beginning. So the last one I'll ask you, man, is does your wife have a pet name for you?
Pet name? No. Um, uh, Babe doesn't count. You know what I mean? So no, I'm gonna go with no. I think it's been Babe forever.
So at one point, there's this guy Jared, and he's talking to this girl Taylor, and she starts calling him Sugar Butt.
I'm sorry, what?
Sugar Butt.
You did say sugar butt. I'm sorry. I was hoping.
Yep.
I was praying it was foot, but go ahead.
Because in their first couple of exchanges, she's talking about how sweet he is, and he was like, "Yep, when he was born, his mom dipped him in sugar." Let me tell you something, and I even put this in one of the comments on the Love Is Blind page. If my woman ever calls me sugar butt in public, I'm throwing away all the backs to her earrings.
Yeah.
That I ain't nobody's sugar butt.
Yeah.
I ain't nobody's sugar butt. Like I don't like that. Like, what does that mean?
My ass is not sweet. Like I don't need that connection being made by anybody.
Yeah, because if I tell you, when I tell you kiss my ass, you want to throw chancletas at me. So no, you can't call me sugar butt.
Maddie taking a step further. Sugar tits. It's not. They got a ring to it, but whatever. But I digress. Okay. Yeah. Sugar butt's way too far, especially in public. That's not for playplay. Does your wife have a pet name for you, my good man?
No. But she does start to talk to me in that little like she's talking to a baby sometimes, and I instantly go into what the fuck are you doing mode. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
You my cute little teddy bear.
I'd be like, you'd be putting out the wrap it up box like your fan.
Yeah, man. No, but that's the closest. That is the closest that she has gotten to it. But the I think the funny thing about the beginning of Love Is Blind is these funny exchanges in the beginning, because there are so many red flags that could happen. Hey, let's see this sugar butt shit. All right. When you can't put none of your earrings on this weekend, don't tell me nothing. Uh-huh. But the
Man,
funny
racist.
thing about it is during the actual courtship is the funniest shit. Like when you first talking to someone, and I guess some of y'all in the chat, man, tell us about some of the weirdest, oddest shit somebody has probably told you when you were first dating or in the courtship period that just had you stuck or probably made you get the hell up out of there. Um, but that is one thing that's always really funny about the pods because you never know what they're gonna come in there and start talking about. Um, One girl, Lydia, she came in there and instantly blamed everything on her heritage. She's Latina, she's from Puerto Rico. So she said people think she's too much, but she's just her. People gotta accept her for her. You know what I mean? And it's like, I mean, either you're gonna embrace who you are or you're gonna make an excuse for who you are. I don't get it. Um, but the first 5 episodes are given mid, bro. I won't reveal too much. Yeah, I won't reveal too much because I want you to watch it so we can have a really good exchange about it. But it's giving mid. Um, yeah, man. I don't know, but you when you watch it, or if anybody else in the comments has watched it or will watch it, y'all let me know. We're gonna be definitely diving into this probably in a live stream soon. Cause yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's some shit, man. It's some shit.
Not the mid, but hopefully we're getting all the mid out early. You know what I'm saying? Saving all the fireworks for, 6 through 10. I'm saying
Mhm,
I'm a really lock in probably like episode 8 or 9. We get a lot of
mhm.
back to backs in. You know what I'm saying? Lock in one Saturday night with the misses. But damn, I don't want no mid from 11 o'clock. And they
Yeah.
told me the host is giving whack juice now. I'm like, I'm like,
Yeah.
damn
Yeah.
it.
There is one bit of spice you might find on there, but
Mhm.
that's about it. That's only it.
All right, fuck it. See what happens. See what happens.
Yeah.
On to keeping it entertainment wise, recommendations, man. I got to start off with some music stuff, man. Listen,
Mhm.
I know Doja Cat has been, the quirky one as far as wild outfits, a lot of, demonic cinematography, that other shit, bro. But she's come a long way from that, like, bitch, I'm a cow shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she understood she needed a gimmick to get on. She found the gimmick, she got on. But her rapping ability is really high on a really good level. Like her album, Scarlet, she has a couple of quirky tracks in there, but her voice changes to an extent that you can't even recognize her anymore. But she dropped the album, no features on her, and it's pretty solid. I'm not gonna hold you. Like she addressed a lot of shit. She like I forget that she raps before she sings. Like she's a female Drake in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Well, she has the ability to do both, but she's giving more rap on the album than Drake is giving on his albums, and I
Right.
appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? From a rapper, from a fan of rap. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to it, I'm telling you to add that one to your list. One you can skip though was the Nas and Hit Boy Magic 3 album. Just because Magic 2 is way better. So it's weird. Like you know what I'm saying? When the part 3 isn't as good, you just fall back and go back to the old stuff. But now it's been on a wild run between this and King's Disease with hits. So if you haven't heard it yet, give it a listen, but you're probably not gonna go back to it.
Got you. And I still gotta check out Puffy's joint, man. I'm hearing good things.
I heard good things. I haven't heard though. I haven't heard though.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we're gonna get into some more recommendations, man. Netflix. I am probably about to piss some of y'all off, but I really don't care because this is my opinion. Top Boy season 4 was trash. I
Oh,
said it. It was trash.
Brev, Brev,
Men,
Brev.
men, men's not hot. Men's
Man's
not
not
hot
hot.
this season.
Uh,
They're not hot this season.
it's
Let
not
me tell you
sticky
something.
still. Not sticky still.
You know what I'm saying? The men's not hot this season. Yo, I'll tell you, Stefan and Jackson's storyline carry the show. They carry the show. You know what I mean? Y'all should have never killed off Jamie. You should have never killed him. You know what I mean? This is power all over again for all y'all Tariq fans. You know what I mean? Why you kill him? You know what I mean? It's like so it's the reverse of power actually, right? You killed off the cool old dude, you know what I mean, so the young dude could thrive. Now you killed the young thriving dude to let the old dudes like it made no sense to me, man. Um, you can watch it if you want, but I thought it was mid. It was mid to trash. The best thing about it is there is a scene in there where homegirl is you know what I'm saying is rapping, and that was fire. But other than that,
Big mid, big mid.
big mid.
It's sad to hear. I can take that off the watch list. Get some
Hell
hours
yeah.
back on some other show. All right, not too note.
Yep. There's another show on Netflix, The Machine, hilarious. It's a dude that's a comedian, and he spins off one of his comedy specials into an actual movie. Nothing crazy that you got to go watch right now, but it definitely was a good laugh, and he's a funny dude, very funny dude.
Okay.
Um, Another show that caught me off guard, Dear Child. That shit is deep. It's based around the abduction of a woman and some children, but the storyline builds, and when you see what happens at the end, it's like, what the fuck? Like, if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Shout out to Michelle for recommending that one. But Dear Child, that's a good one on Netflix, man.
I gotta put a star next to that.
Hell yeah. On Amazon, I finally caught 1001. That's the joint with Tiana Taylor. It
Oh,
actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I mean, the acting, it looked like Tubi. It looked like, you know, on some, you know what I mean? It felt like Brooklyn, but it felt like Harlem, to tell you the
okay.
truth. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? But I thought it was cool. It was a decent watch. Hell of a plot twist to tell you that much, but you got to kind of watch it all the way to the end to get it. But it was good. I liked it.
Okay.
Um, and then you got Lioness. That's actually really cool on Amazon. That's with oh man, I forget her name. Anyway, it's a show about like all that espionage, military stuff. That one's really cool.
Hmm.
And this go ahead.
Then Thanos' daughter. Go ahead. I can't remember her name.
I know. That's why I just kept it pushing. I didn't want to have
Shit,
people
my
here
bad.
like watching me with
Shit,
the thinking dumb face, right?
my bad. My bad.
um Special Forces is back on Fox. I love this show because it takes celebrities and it puts them through special force training. Last year they had people like Dwight Howard and some other folks. This year, some of the notable names, they got Des Bryant, they got Angela White, aka Black China, they got Jojo Siwa, they got Robert Ory. They got a pretty good cast, man. Like, and they putting them through some shit so far. They even got the girl, one of the daughters from the Chrisleys, the ones that got locked up for tax evasion. She's on there. So
Oh,
I really like this show, man,
already? That's
because
awesome. That's
yeah. So, wait, what you say?
She's out already? That's dope. I thought
No,
she got
no, the daughter. They locked up the parents.
Oh, my bad. I'm
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, she had a boy.
Nah,
They got oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Quick question on the special forces.
Mhm.
If you had to go to either special forces or Dancing with the Stars, but you had to, do you think you could come out on top of either one of those groups?
Dancing with the Stars, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars. Hell,
All right, all right. I said I'm definitely not doing that special shit.
man, this posture will get there, and I'll do all the good shit. I'll get all that shit popping, man.
He's like,
Um,
Olay. He said, Olay. Oh shit.
oh man. All right. So talk to me, man. Yes, we
Disney.
got.
Oh God, Disney. Thank you. I know I was supposed to see that shit in the movies. I fucked up with the girls, but we finally made it a movie night over the weekend. I finally got to see The Little Mermaid with the crew, and honestly, it was pretty much like the goddamn cartoon. But it was cool. It was cool to see the live action version of it. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see Haley do her thing. You know what I mean? But a couple parts I just like. This is a little extra, but hey, it's Hollywood. It's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? But it was all right. It was cool. The girls liked it, so I was happy for that. But if you haven't seen it yet, you've seen it, so you ain't got to see it now.
yeah, yeah. Some of the songs were a little lackluster, but it is what it is, man. So I got one more last recommendation for y'all on Max. Sam J. She is a dope ass comedian.
This is funny.
If you saw the movie You People on Netflix, she's starring opposite Jonah Hill in the podcast on that. She has a new comedy special on Max called Salute Me or Shoot Me. It's a comedy special. Let me tell you something. This shit isn't just dope. It has a message for all y'all woke folks that want to be policing people about certain words they can't say, certain
That,
things they can't do. I'll just touch on three things that she talks about. I promise I won't spoil it for y'all. And she's funny as hell. So even when you hear her tell it, it's going to be funny as hell.
mhm,
She talks about, she's a lesbian. So she talks about she's tired of being the masculine one. Because
mhm.
when she was on the other side messing with dudes, she really ain't have to do much. Just had to show up, do her job, and be a lady. Now her lady looks to her to lift shit, to be the one that wakes up and provides. So she's tired of being a masculine one, and then she finds like one masculine lesbian in the crowd, and she's like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, and she's talking to them the whole time. Like, it's hilarious. Where it really starts to take a turn towards the message is she starts to say she wants to bring back the word retarded, right? Now, I know you're hearing that and you probably were doing dishes or eating and you're like, "What? Like what do you mean she wants to bring back retarded?" Right? But she breaks down the real meaning and the real I want to say description of people who have certain illnesses and say they're not technically retarded.
mhm,
When in her mind, her frame of mind in using the word retarded is when people do really stupid shit,
mhm.
and that used to be the word to kind of classify them.
Absolutely.
But you have to watch the special because the way she ties everything together, she knows her shit. She's able to break down people with ADHD, people with autism. You know what I mean? She's like, people with autism don't have no issues. They just tell you like it is. Like if
Yeah,
you walk in, if you walk into the room and you got some shit on your face, they're gonna be like, "What's that on your face? How'd you
yeah,
get it? It doesn't look good. Fix it." You know what I mean? Like they just tell you how they really feel. There's no
straight up, straight up.
oh man. And then she talks about how she was in the park one day, high as shit, and these white people just show up. There's a DJ and everybody's just dancing, and nobody's dancing to the beat. And she watches this for like an hour and change, and then she's like,
She was high.
she was like, you know what? They are really free because they're not binded by the beat. Ever since I was a kid, God forbid you a black kid and you don't dance on beat. Your auntie come out of nowhere and pop you in the back of the head like, what you doing? You better get on beat. We a
Yeah,
slave to the beat. You know what I mean? They free as hell. They can literally do whatever they want. So
wow.
if y'all if y'all get a chance, man, check it out. It's on Max. I highly recommend it if you're one of those people who love policing words or you're on the other side of it, right? You hate this policing stuff. You just want to be able to enjoy a good comedy special. This is a really good one.
Yeah, put that on the watch list. Jen don't like comedy, so it's gonna be a solo like 12:30 a.m. gig. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like, so are you sleeping? Yeah, give me the remote. No sports. Got you. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Before we get up out of here, a lot of couple. Yo, man. November, September, October. It's packed, man. These birthdays they don't stop. They come every year, man. Darius was last week already, man. Miss Panera, mom-in-law was last Sunday. Shit coming up, bro. Like mom's is next. Yo, hey,
Yo.
happy birthday to everybody, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Gifts
Yeah.
in the mail, but it got lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, Darius, man. Yeah, entering junior high school, grown man. I mean, just watching his old pictures and videos when he was a baby, and then watching him now, dude, just really be walking past me in the hallway. I'm like, "What's up, little thing?" You know what I
you
mean?
better say something when you pass me this whole week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, man. And then I cannot let this day pass without a happy early birthday to my wife. You know what I mean? And her birthday is this Saturday. So, we're gonna do it up, man. We're gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? get a little drinky drink, all that good stuff, man. And hopefully we wake up all right, man. You know how it goes down in celebrations. Hell
Which means it's Monday already. Like,
yeah.
be like
Hell
that.
yeah. Yeah, man. But big love to Miss Panero, man. That's the OG and Tiny, man. Love y'all both.
Word.
Hell yeah.
What you got
So
for tonight, Brisket?
before we wrap up, man, I just want to send one last message for those who are still with us on the show. Appreciate you all hanging with us, Jeff, Nikki, Shay, Maddie. I see you, Jen.
Appreciate you.
Um, so this is really just communicating to the fellas, but anybody who watches this, right? Tell your partner about your health. And I say that because your partner is like that coach and referee in your fight with life. And sometimes we work so damn hard and we feel like we can't share what's really going on with us inside, that we forget that that person that's with us is there for that reason. They're there to watch out for the things that we think we can run through, and that's so important. It took me a long time to start really, talking to my wife about what has been going on with me, but thankfully everything is good. And then also, like little things, you know what I mean? Like when you got tingling going on in your fingers, when what I'm saying, shit just ain't right. Things that we'll say, oh, well, I'll give it a week. Oh, I won't really, whatever. As you know, I mean, as Maddie mentioned earlier, there's a lot of young age people that are dying of random things, you know what I mean? And some of it is things that we do have some sort of control over. And depending on your heritage, depending on what you eat, your genetic makeup, it's very important that you do check on yourself and then keep your partner or keep somebody in the loop, just in case anything ever happened, you ever keel over and end up in the hospital and your partner show up and be like, were they reporting anything? Has anything been wrong with them? If you haven't been telling them anything, they don't know. So
Yeah.
then it's really just a crapshoot at that point, man. So that's
Yeah.
just my little wrap up message for today's live.
That's a good one. Definitely need that. That's a good one. Yeah, man. My love language when I don't speak to you, I'm like, hey man, you drinking water? Like, it's like, whatever you do, man, stay hydrated. Yeah, I'll be talking, mom. Like, yeah, man, it's hot today. Make sure you drink water. She's like, yeah, I'm drinking water. Shut up. Like, my bad. So I was trying to care for you, but whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely important. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Other than that, bro, it's Wednesday, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, don't forget to go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Check out that live session we did last week about suicide prevention awareness. We did a really good healing circle today at work. So, shout out to everybody who attended that. I hope that impacted you beneficially. And listen, as you know, every Wednesday we're here. Spread the word. Tell your friends, tell a friend, tell a family member. Every Wednesday we're here, man, getting into all the topics, having some fun. Appreciate y'all coming out, man.
As always. Until next time, brother.
All right, man.
Peace.